And again, this is week 10. We had the code structures. We had, when we first started, we had sequential, then we did decisions and selection, and then we did repetition and iteration. This one isn't a code structure, but it's about as important as those are, because what we're going to do over the next couple weeks is talk about arrays. And this week, we're going to talk about single dimensional arrays. And then in the subsequent week, starting next week, we'll talk about multi-dimensional arrays. And the scenario is that they just make our lives a lot easier. Our code is a lot more compact uh, because of arrays and just dealing with them. So to start out, first of all, anybody have any questions? Okay. God forbid. So I'm going to just share an Excel spreadsheet here with you for a minute and kind of talk about arrays. Okay. So um, if I told you today that I wanted to, all of you, to create a program that would save everybody's name in the class and then print it out at the end with what you know from what we've learned so far. So let's just say that I think there's more than that, but let's just say there's 10 students in here. Okay. So we would have to declare um, our 10 variables to hold the names. Okay. So we would have, no, it's not going to do that. Stop. Let's see, is that 10? All right. So you'd have student 0, student 1, student 2, student 3, and so on, student 4, and then blah, 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 until you got down here to student 9. And that would give you your 9 or your 10 variables, right? So you'd need 10 variables for 10 students. So you'd need to you'd have 10 lines of code there. Then you'd have to get in the data. I mean, I guess you could put it in up here, but let's say you didn't. So then I'd have student 0. We'd have to assign something to it. In this case, I'll just make it Doug. And then student 1. Until I got down to student 9. So then I'd have, so there's my, where I would, 1,000 variables for 10. Oh, come on. Okay. And then we would have assign 10 values. And then to print them out, we'd have to do like we'd have to print out the 10 names here, et cetera, until we got down here. Did I have a paste here for it? Oop, no. So this would be my 9th or 10th one. This would be number 9. So there's at least 30 lines of code. Okay. So up here, I'm going to just do, here's my, using an array, create, so I'm going to store 10 names. And I'll just say string brace student is assigned a new string, and I want 10 of them. And I'm done. So that gives me 10 elements called string. Okay. So you can visualize it as this. So these are all student. And then it's it has elements or index numbers. That run down 1, 2, 3. Actually, if I got them all hidden here. But you get the idea. There's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is just that I've got these pinched together here. I should be able to grab that. There's 7. There we go. Come on. All right. So there they are. They're all named student, but they look like this. Okay. They all have something that looks like this. So it would be student. And let's pick one. I'll pick 4. And so if I said student 4 is equal to Jamie. Then up here in the fifth one down, this would be equal to, in here would be stored the string Jamie. Okay. So that's how I manipulate these. If I had student 0 here, be equal to Doug, or let's say. So now up here, there would be Doug stored in here. Okay. So how am I going to get those in here? Over here, I had to put them in one at a time. Here, I would just do this. Count is less than student dot length. And then count plus plus. And then let's just say we had, then this would say student, and then count would be assigned, user con, next. Okay. So there, as I had one, if you count these, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines, over here I would have had at least 10. Okay. Then to print them out, I would do the same thing. Basically, I'll just take this, copy it, come down here, paste it. And then all I need here is I can get rid of this. And then this would just read. And I'm done.
I had a question.
Yeah.
Do you think Kevin Hart would be good at picking cotton because he's so low to the ground?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You know Kevin Hart?
I know who he is, but why are you in my classroom?
I'm supposed to be here.
So who's talking?
There's a person on here named Fabio. I don't think they're in our class.
No, I don't think so either. That's lovely. I love when there's jerks out there. Okay. So here again, you got 4 lines here to do what this does in 10. So now I'll ask you, what if this was 100 students? Well, I'm going to fix this side over here. So it now will handle 100 students. And I'm done. Same amount of lines, 100 students. Go back. Now it would do 1,000 students. Okay. This is the advantage of using arrays. Next week, we're going to talk about using multi-dimensional arrays, where I can do something like this, for example. Let's see, how many is that? So 20 times 25 is 500 times 10. This will store 5,000 pieces of data right there. That one line allows me to store 5,000 pieces of data. So that's what we're going to be looking at down the line in a multi-dimensional array. Okay. But for tonight, we're going to stick with the single dimensional arrays.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For the array, for example, when you put new string 1000, what happens if we don't put a number in there? Do we just get an error?
No, you'll just get that it's been initialized but never used.
Oh, okay,
I
thanks.
think I shouldn't say that. I think
Okay.
what you might have to do there is you can put in, listen to this, you can put string, the braces, and then student and stop it. Okay. Put a semicolon there. Not do this part
Mhm.
until later on. So when you would do that is when you need this to be able to have a scope that's bigger than just in the current procedure. You put it outside the main, and then you can initialize it later on.
Okay, that makes sense. Thanks.
All right. So my question now is, what if I did this? What number am I going to put in here? Anybody?
12.
12. So I put 12 in there. And who just spoke?
That was me.
Well, me, who? Martin?
Martin, yes.
Okay, Martin. So my question to you now is, what month were you born in?
September.
September. So that's month 8, right?
Yes.
It is. In the
But
real world, what month is that?
it's month 9, but since the array starts at 0, it would be 8.
So do you think that might be confusing to somebody?
Yeah, absolutely.
I was born in November. I want to be month 11. I don't want to be month 10. What if you're born in January? You get to be month 0, right? If you do that, there's nothing wrong with it. The problem is that all through the program, then you're going to be doing a +1, +1, +1 to, if you had to say September is equal to month 9, right? So
Yeah.
why not just make it 13 is what I would do. And then in the 0, just put anything. Put NA for not applicable. Put the word month in there and start with the 1.
Okay.
It makes more sense to me. I would do the same thing if I was dealing in weeks, right? So if I was doing something like this, okay, but it was in weeks or days, let's put it days, then I would probably set it to 8.
Are you
I'd
able to
probably-
put an empty string there for 0?
You can. Or you can fill it. Put NA in there. Put the word days in there. Don't matter. And just fill up 1 through 7. Let's look at this one over here. Okay, I put myself in as student 0. You know what? I probably don't want to be student 0 in the class. I think it has a lot more prestige to be student 1. On an airplane, do I really want to sit in seat 0? Where's that at? Out on the wing? So just again, a little bit of common sense. You just move that down, start with 1, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Unless there's some specific reason. If there's a reason to do it. If not, so what? You make them 0. So that's just kind of my idea there. Yeah. So again, this makes a lot more sense than this does over here. Okay. So that's kind of the background of what we're shooting for here. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing that. Any questions on this part? All right.
No.
All right. So we're going to go over here now to our favorite little thing here. All right. And you should be able to see my NetBeans right now, right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. So we're going to write a program. This program, well, I'll explain it as we go here. Our favorite little thing here called Ant. And I'm going to call this Acme. Oops. How about this? Distinct digit finder. Okay. All right. So it's distinct digit finder. So I'm going to have a project. And almost through the month. So that's what it's going to do. Let me change that. So this is like a 9. So it shows that they have to be in the order in which they were input to in the number. So it'd be 9, 5, 6, 8. So those are the ones that are distinct. The 6 has a duplicate and the 5 has a duplicate, but we're not going to show those. Okay, so that's my meaning of distinct. They only show up one time. If they show up 2 or 3 times, in other words, if I had 2, 2, 2, it would show the number 2 one time. Okay. Since there is user input, I know I need to import a Java scanner. And I'll sit here for a second and see if I can get it not to lock up. Nope. Okay. And I'm going to move that down here. And I'm going to go right there and delete that. And right here, because I know I need my scanner in a bunch of different places, I'm going to go private, static, final, scanner. user con is assign the value of a new scanner of the system in put a little divider in. And clean this up. All right. And again, I'm still getting once in a while, I'm getting students programs that don't run more than one time. So the first thing I'm going to do is deal with that by saying that char again. And again, you can make this whatever you want. You can't use continue because continue is a reserved word. But any other word that makes sense there, or go again, or anything, play again, doesn't matter. I'll put my do loop in. So I want to keep going till while, again, where I want to keep going is not equal to the letter Q, uppercase. So that's there. And then I'll go ahead and stub in. So I got different parts of my loop going here. Here's my initialization. Here's my test. Now I'll put in a process of some type. So here I'm going to have a switch based on again. And I'll have case. And again, I'm just picking these because I like them. You can use other letters if you wish. And again, this takes a little bit of time, but it sets up everything I'm going to do in the future. So I'm doing it step by step. That way I won't forget something. It's easily debugged if there's a problem, because I can build it step by step. My break in. So my Q here.
Smells like cum.
Oh, this is lovely. All right. So now apparently we're going to have to make these private. Let's see what happens here. All right. So I got everybody else locked out. Snooze, they lose. So. Okay. So now we got that. So we'll have system.out.print line here, and it'll be /n. We got that. And then we have, if it isn't any of those, we go to default. And I'm going to put a break in even though I don't need one. Just to make sure. So since I initialized this, okay, again, I don't have an increment at this time, but since I initialized it to Q, if I run this, I would expect it to print up the thank you. And you can see it does that. Thank you for using Acme products. So that's a good thing. So now we're ready to put our incrementation in, which is our menu. So I'm going to put the menu up here. And I'm going to say again, we're going to show menu. And we're not sending anything down. And about at this point, or when we get the menu in, this could be a template for you. And you could just, depending on what you're doing, just copy this and paste it in your program every time and change it to what you need it to say. Okay, but for the most part, this should be my main here. Yep. Let's go here. So my main ends here. So I want to be outside the main. And the show menu is a char. And we're not going to worry about the little red bullet right now because that is that's our return. It's asking for what are we going to return as a char. And so we got here, we have our system.out.print, and then /n /n, and then maybe 1, 2. Acme, what do I call this thing? Distinct digit finder. And I don't know how that's going to look, but it's close enough for now. And then there, we're just going to copy this up to the first N. Control C it. And then hopefully Control V it right in there. So I know those two are the same length. And then I'll /T. And then the run program goes here. /N. And then our /T. And our T for test. And then our /T for quit. Oops. And then maybe I'll do this tonight because I'm feeling crazy. There we go. And here I'll say char choice is assigned the value of user con dot next dot to upper, and then the char at 0, of course. Okay, and then I'm going to return choice. Well, that looks pretty good. I should now be able to run it and it should find everything. So if I type an R, said run is here. If I type test, it says test is here. I could type any word. I can type tattle and it says test is here, because all it's doing is picking off the first letter, turning it to uppercase, and then selecting it. If I type the letter J there, it says only R, T, and Q are valid. And if I type Q, it quits the program and prints our message to the user. So that's pretty sweet. And we're
Sorry, will
done.
you show that char choice again? My computer's being a little funky today.
Which one right here?
Yeah, thanks. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody with us?
Mine is I run the program and it's quitting automatically.
Quitting automatically. Okay, my question is, do you have all your breaks in first?
Yeah, I've got all of those. Could you I might have missed something at the top. Would you be able to scroll back up? Okay. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to put in the show menu. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, so now that we have that, and these are running, we're going to drop down into here. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to go right here because I got a variable I want to put in here. And I'm going to call it string number. It'll be equal to close those. So it's not equal to anything right now. Now, again, this is a decision I made. I'm going to take the number in as a string versus taking it in as a numeric number. So I'm just taking in a series of digits, really, no different than a word. Okay. But that means then that I have to verify that all that were typed in were digits. There can't be any letters in it, right? So now I'm going to just say number is equal to set number. Okay. And again, I'm using set because normally when you set something, you assign a value to it. When you get something, you get a value from it. Okay, so it's just my naming convention that I made up. So we got this, and this is going to be a string, and it's set number. And it'll be private static string set number. All right. So the first thing I need to do is probably, I'm going to have to think here. What do I want to have up here? I think I'll put my string. And whoops. And now we're going to put in a do loop. And prompt the user. And then let's see here. If, oops, I got to get the number. Hello. So this will be number or user number is equal to or is assigned usercon.next. And then I'm going to say if user num dot length is greater than 8, then what I want to do is length is assigned false. Okay. Then, so that checks for is it long enough or too long. Then I'm going to say for int count is equal to or is assigned 0. Count is less than the user num dot length, and then count plus plus. And what I'm going to do here is check to see whether or not they're all digits. So if character dot is digit, and then I don't want if it is not a digit. So I'm going to put a not sign, an exclamation point in front of it. And then what do I want to look at? I want to look at user num dot to char. No, char at, I'm sorry. And then this should be count here. Then what do I got here? I got something wrong. User count char at count. I'll have to look at that in a minute. Then what I want to do is I want to say,
You're missing a parentheses.
all right. I got one there, one there. Yeah, I need 3, right? It's digit. It's false. Did I misspell? Expected semicolon. Oh, I got a colon there. There we go. And then, so here we're going to say this. System.out.println the number contains too many digits. And then this one will say this is not a valid number. Okay. If it doesn't have all digits. So I got that, that, and that. So now I need to my while loop here. I need my while. So we want to keep looping while is length is equal to false, or is digits is equal to false, right? And once we come out of that loop, we want to return the user number to where we started from. His length is spelled wrong. Okay, so we come in here, we say, did I enter a number? They enter the number. If it's at least 1 through 8 digits, it should skip that one. If it's all numbers or digits, it should skip that one and return it. If it doesn't do one of those, it should keep looping until they have it correct. And then, so let's go back up to the top. And we got this here, and let's see here. We'll just say that we want to print out whatever number they put in. Okay. So we run it and we type R. And it says enter it, and I put 1, 2, 3, and it prints out 1, 2, 3. If I run it and I put in ABC, it says this is not a valid number. This is not a, I don't like that. Okay, and we'll have to fix that. If I type in 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it's going to do that. The number contains too many digits. Okay. And then if I just put in the number 1, it says a number between 1 and 8. I did that 1. Doesn't like that, does it? Okay, we got something going on that's screwy here in my loop. Okay, so enter a number. I have this. Length is equal false system.
It's in the for loop. It keeps printing out. This is not valid for each digit it looks at.
Yeah. Oh, because I have this node in the wrong place. Control X there. And then that should go. Where's that going to go? I guess I could put it. What if I just said, I guess I can put it here. But then I also didn't like that it wasn't taking my, let's see what happens now. Okay, so if I go R here, I type ABC, comes up like that. I put in 1, 2, 3, and I'm stuck again. Why is that? I'm missing something here. So that goes there.
Is it because the variables get changed to false and then never back to true?
That's what it is. These have to come. Oh, and that's fine. We just come here. I knew I had something. That's a good catch. So this is true here. And this is his digits here should be equal to true. And I'm wondering if I shouldn't. So I could just get rid of this, I think, and get rid of this. Here I'm signing, okay. So now let's try it. And we do our R, and we do ABC, and it just pops up. I don't get a message, why is that? But I do 1, 2, 3. That's not gonna work. Now I've written this 3 times this week and never had any trouble. This length is true as it is true. Enter a number between 1 and 8. We get that there. So if the user length is greater than 8, then change it to 8 and print out the number contains too many digits. And then 4 in count is 0 count is less than user number length count. If not, character is digit, user number character at count is digit becomes false, right? And then if it's false, print that out.
That if statement needs another equals.
Oh, see that? It's not equals, it's assigned to, isn't it? But notice how it let you do that. And I would have sat there for half an hour trying to figure out what my mistake was. All right, now we'll try ABC. There we go. That's not a valid number.
Sorry, what did you do? I didn't
Hang
see
on
that.
1 second. Okay, so that works. Hang on, let me quit. It's I forgot an equal sign. Right. Where is it? Right here. Was that where it was? Yeah, I think so. And then try and run it. And I think we're good. Did you get it?
I got some program.
Catherine, you get it?
Doing that right now.
My program, it just quit when I typed in 1.
Okay, let me run mine and see what happens. So if I type in R, then I type in the number 1, it types the number 1. So that's what it's supposed to do. Do you want us to look at yours?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay, hang on a second. Okay, you should be able to share your screen. Okay, so run is here, test is here. Okay, so I know what's wrong right now. Go on up to your menu. Keep going. Okay. So after case R, you need a break.
Oh,
After case T, you need a break. After case Q, you need a break. Okay, then go back up a little bit. Under the R, where it says print line, you want to take that out of there and just put number. Okay, now run it. There you go.
Thank you.
Okay, stop sharing. Anybody else?
I've got a problem with mine where I try to put in like 1, 2, and 3, and it keeps printing that this is not a valid number.
Okay, I think we fixed that, but go ahead and share.
Okay. Can you see that? Can you see that okay?
Not yet, it's coming. All right, so first of all, let's take a look here. Number did print the number. Okay, go down.
I think she needs to set them to true inside of the do loop.
Oh, right, that's what we did, isn't it? Go back up and take, so inside the loop here, well, where do you even, hang on. You're missing some code here, kid.
Oh,
So number, where did you even declare number at? Oh, there's number up there. Okay. Go down to your, I'm sorry, go down. Okay. His length is true. His digits should be true also. Nope, not there. Down in your do loop.
okay.
You got one is true and one is false. Do the digits should be true too.
Okay.
Okay, now try it.
Yep, that
Go.
works now.
All right, stop sharing.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I think I missed like a large part of what you did at the top.
Okay. Share your code.
Okay. Okay.
All right, so here was, okay. Where you have his lengths and his digits, cut that out of there. That's in the wrong spot. Control X. Okay, now go down. Okay. Inside, oops, stop. Under your do there. One more, hit enter. Whoops, okay, get rid of that. There you go. Tab over and paste. There you go. It's true to you got some major things going on here. Let's see. Scroll up. Let's get rid of some of these. Keep going because you got some major stuff going on here. Okay, so it says again, show menu. So let's go down. Okay, stop a minute. So your do loop is running. Under switch, click on that. The brace. Highlight the brace under switch. Okay, so there's that one. And then your do is that one. Okay, so then you're out here is another do. Okay, so why is that? Switch is there. Default. Okay, you're missing a break under Q, case Q. Okay, there's that one. And then set number. I don't know what is going on here. Why are there so many? Go on up more because it's got to be up above here somewhere. And then scan. Char again is inside.
I don't think you need the do after switch. I think that might be it.
Oh, she has a do there.
Yeah, but there's two of them.
She has a do outside that runs everything. Oh yeah, why do you have You get rid of that do and the first brace down, those two things. Yeah. Get rid of those. Okay. Keep bringing it all up. Yeah. Dedent it. Bring it out to the left. There you go. Right there. Okay. Now that goes there. So now bring that one out one. There you go. Go down and then bring the next one out. And then move your while up to there. Keep going. All right, so there's that now. I think that fixes that. That fixes a lot of things, didn't it? Okay, and then what else we got? We got something here. Return user number. Length, click on that error underneath return. No, let's see, while expected. Okay, that while should go with that one there. And then you got to return. That should be your click on under private static. Yeah. So you got an extra brace there. Get rid of, you got to do, there's your if, there's your for. Oh, you're missing a brace for your for. Underneath if digits is false. Down, 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 one more. Right there. Right after that brace, you need another brace for the for. Okay, so now, I think that's all of them. Try it.
Okay.
Okay, we can fix that. Type 1, 2, 3. Whoops, never mind. 1, 2, 3. Run is here. Okay. So go back up under run, right there where it says run is here. Get rid of that. Just the stuff in the parentheses. Nope, just the stuff in the parentheses. Get rid of the parentheses. I'm sorry, and they're right there. Now type number. Okay, so that fixes that. And then how did we fix that other one? Oh, I know. Go down. Keep going. Stop. Which one was that? So we kept going. Here, stop a minute. How did we fix that before? So it didn't keep beating her up here. So if it goes here, this is, oh, remove the under is digit is false. That line under line 90, get rid of it. The whole line, line 90. Okay, now try it. Why does it do that? Not 2, 1, 2, 3. That's fine. Okay, so we're still getting this is not a valid number. Go back to quit it. Hit Q. Okay, go back. This is not a valid number. Why is it? Okay, do this. Go up to run in the menu. Way at the top. Way up at the top. You should have a menu that says run up in your menu. In the program. Way up. I can't see it on yours. Where's your menu at?
All right, I think over here.
No. Your menu for NetBeans, way at the top. There should be a menu up there. Yeah, there, run. Click it. Clean and build project. Okay, now run it again. The arrow, the green arrow at the top. Now try run. Okay, that's crazy.
I
Anybody?
think that I saw the problem.
Did you
there.
see it? Okay.
Yeah, where she says this is not a valid number down at the bottom.
Yeah.
It's
go.
inside the for loop and it needs
Oh,
to be
yep,
outside.
it is. Move the, okay, no, leave that alone. Just go and get rid of that. The next one below the one you're in. Get rid of that. Go up to line 90 after the brace, hit enter, and put another brace in, closing brace. Yep, right there. Now move your if statement out. Okay, that should work. We
Thank
could
you.
put a break up there in that is digits false if we wanted to. Don't, just run it.
Okay.
Stop it and run it. So just hit Q. No. There you go. Now run it again. ABC. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Wait, it didn't print out 1, 2, 3 though. Why is that? Oh yeah, it did down here. I'm sorry. What's going on there though?
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, go back to your code because you're running your, why would it show the menu again? So number. Should just be coming back to here. Go down. I don't see it. I just don't see it. Okay, keep going. Turn user number should go back up to where it called it from. So go back up. That should go to there. I don't know, something screwy. Try it one more time and then we're going to have to, so quit that one. Run it. R. Okay, now 1, 2, 3.
Oh,
there we
it
go.
did this time.
All right. Yeesh. Stop sharing. There you go.
Sorry about that. Thank you.
Not a problem. Okay, we're back. All right. So now we need to go back up to our top. And right under here, I'm going to, well, I'm going to go up and declare this first. I'm going to call it, enter here, string distinct. And I'll initialize it. Why not? And right here under run, I have distinct being set to set distinct. And this time I do have an argument. I need to send down the number. So we're going to go down here outside of my set number. And this one will be a string set distinct. And it's private, static, string set distinct. And I need something in here. I'll just say string user num. All right. So I'm going to declare a variable call or an array, and I'll just call it nums. And it's an array of, and it's new. And it's an int of, and I need, what did I say? No more than 8 characters, right? So we'll make it 8. Then I need to change them into values. So we'll say that's an integer. And then I need an index number. Now I could have, this one I could have just declared in my for loop that I'm going to put in right now. So I'm going to say for the index is assigned 0. Oops. And the index is less than the user number dot length. And then I'm going to index it by 1 like that. Oops, no, don't do that. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get a value. I want to know what that digit's value is so that I can, so let's say the first number is a 5. In the array index number 5, element 5, I'm going to add 1 to that every time that it finds that digit in the array of numbers, okay, that we sent down. So I'm going to say value is equal to the character dot get numeric value. And what do I want to get the numeric value of? I want to get the numeric value of the user num dot char at whatever the index is. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and in my array called nums, I'm going to use that value to identify a place to add 1 to. So this will be plus equals 1. And I could have used plus plus there, it doesn't matter. And if I do that, nums dot value is equal to 1, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to concatenate a string. Okay, so I need to declare that outside my loop. And I'm going to do it as a string and found num distinct. Okay. So then in here, we're just going to say found distinct is assigned the user num dot char at index. Okay, why not? Oops, I forgot plus. It's a plus right there. Plus it, because I'm going to concatenate this together. Then do. Okay, and so here, I need to, when it's all done, return my found distinct. So what I'm doing is I'm going through it. I get the number in. I create an array. This array is going to hold a series of numbers, a counter. As I go through this, okay, it finds the value. So that, like I said, if the first number is 5, then it would put the number 1 in the 5th place in the array. If the second number was 2, then it would take 2, put 2 here, and it would add 1 to the number 2. If the third number was 2, then the number in the element 2 would be 2. If the third number was 2, then it would become 3 in element 2. But the only time it adds to the concatenates is if that value is equal to 1, because we don't want duplicates. That's what we're trying to get away from. We don't want duplicates because we're looking for distinct numbers. So let's go up here to here, and we'll just test it by putting this in. So we get the number, and then we'll go ahead and plus a space in there. And then let's plus distinct. And let's see what happens when we run it. So if I run it now, and I put in 546654. Okay. You can see here's the number over here. And here's the distinct digits in order. 546. Okay. And do it again. I could even do run it. 22221. And you can see there the distinct numbers are 2 and 1. So that's what it's supposed to do. So we're good up to that point. Now, we don't need this anymore, this printout, because now what we're going to do is we're going to display results. And we need to send down the number and the distinct. So again, breaking this down in its small, into its easiest, here we have, it's the old IPO thing. Here's my input. So I have an IPO. So it's input, process, and then output. Again, this is different than a stock IPO, so don't get those confused. But when somebody tells me, oh, I don't know how to break it down into different parts. Well, as a minimum, you should be able to get your inputs, processes, and outputs. Break it down that far. So we go down here again. And now we'll go ahead and create our, so this will be a void because we're not returning anything. And it's display, what was it? Results, I hope. And it'll be system, oops, not system, private, static, void, display, results. And we need a string called num, or no, let's make it user num again. And this one is a string called Distinct Nums. How's that? All right. And so now we can just do system.out.printf /n. And I think I'll put a divider in at that point. /n. I hate when it does that. Okay. And then we'll say /t user number. And then it'll be %s/n. And we'll do /t. And we'll say distinct digits. %s/n/n. And we'll go out here, comma. This will be user num to fill the first holder, and this one to hold the second one for the second placeholder. Okay. Looks pretty good. Scroll back up to the top. Check to see, display, yep. So now we should be able to run this. We do an R. And I do 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4 in order are the distinct ones. Do an R again. If I do 1, 2, 3, A, it says, wait a minute, that's not a valid number. If I do 1, 2, 2, or 3, 2, 1, there you go. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. The distincts are 1, 2, 3. If I do do an R. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 0. It says, wait a minute, there's too many digits. So do 1, 2, 3, comes back up, 1, 2, 3, and then I quit. So that works fine. So now we need to do our test to create something for our test. So I'm going to pull that out of there, and I'm going to do this. I'm going to say final string test num is assigned 4 or 5, oops. It's a string 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7. Then I want to come up here above and just copy all 3 of these lines. Come down here underneath that, Control V it in. And instead of set number here, we'll put test num. And up above this, right here, I'm going to add a line and say system.out print line testing 5, 6, 6, 5, 7. Okay. And so now if I run it, if I type the letter T, it says testing. Test number is 4, 5, 6, 6, 5, 7. And you get 4, 5, 6, 7 as your distinct numbers. So that works too. And that's it. Program's done. Did it step by step. Built the thing.
You run down to the bottom to that
Yep.
last mate.
Which one? Right here?
Yeah, that last one.
Okay. Okay, hopefully you have that. I think
Yep,
that's
got it.
cool. Any other questions?
I have something, but I'll wait till everybody else is done because it might take a while.
Uh-oh. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing. And basically I'll stop recording.